Of all the Japanese side-by-side OEMs, we have the highest expectations for Yamaha. After all, they were among the very first in the side-by-side game with the original Rhino. With big expectations from both the enthusiast media and a legion of loyal Yamaholics, there's a ton of off-roaders waiting for the next big thing from the Big Y. Last year, Yamaha landed a completely new sport utility side-by-side, the Viking. The vehicle was much anticipated by dealers who gobbled up all the Vikings Yamaha could build in model year 2014. The side-by-side business is, without a doubt, a latest and greatest marketplace. You have made it crystal clear you expect more from Yamaha. In fact, we have heard repeated crowings for a pure sport razor competitor from Yamaha. So guess what? That's not what this test ride will cover. In fact, the vehicle Yamaha has chosen to follow closely on the heels of the Viking introduction last year is another Viking, a variant called the Viking VI, a full-on utility off-road people hauler of heroic dimensions. While your pulse may not be pounding at the arrival of the Viking VI, we think its existence foreshadows good things to come. In fact, the Viking VI is a solid strategic move for Yamaha right now, considering the fact that the company is essentially re-entering the side-by-side business after nearly a 3-year absence. The multi-passenger sport utility marketplace is hot right now. When we say hot, we don't mean pure sport side-by-side segment hot. Clearly, 6-passenger sport utility side-by-sides appeal to a broad range of buyers covering off pure utility and weekend sport markets. The Viking, with its Yamaha DNA, carries tremendous equity in the marketplace. Buyers have a deep attachment to Yamaha's proven reliability, and these same buyers place a high value on the brand equity the Yamaha logo on the side of the Viking VI carries. Regular Dirt Tracks viewers will have seen our full-on Viking test ride last season and will know that we rated this side-by-side very high. To make things simpler, we'll just pick up where we left off with the 3-passenger Viking. The Viking VI gets a 31.5-inch stretch between the back of the front seats and the front of the cargo box, and the same amount added to its wheelbase. All other dimensions are exactly the same, including the large dump box and the exceptionally spacious front seat and cab area. The front seat on the Viking is a comfortable perch with lots of knee and elbow room and a welcome foot dam next to the accelerator pedal to keep front seat passengers from jumping on the throttle. If space is something you value, the Viking VI will not disappoint. The Viking VI provides more comfortable accommodation for 6 occupants than some popular small automobiles. Having said this, there is a persistent area of concern that we outlined with the Viking 3-passenger, and that is power, more specifically, the lack of it. Let's get something straight. We may be known as power-crazed off-roaders at Dirt Tracks. However, we are serious when we say the Viking 700cc single overhead cam single is being asked to do a lot in the new 6-place Viking. With 1,200 pounds of corn-fed passengers on board and 600 pounds of cargo in the box, the Viking feels, well, anemic. So Yamaha has thrown their stellar, torquey, and exceptionally reliable 700cc single at the Viking VI for motivation. And this question still surfaces. Does the Viking need more power? Indubitably. The Viking VI comes in 3 different flavors. There's the base model without electronic power steering. By the way, don't take one home without EPS. Then there's the standard version with EPS and the SE version with EPS, custom black aluminum rims, Maxxis Bighorn 2.0 skins, and a standard soft sun top. What do we think the Viking VI is missing? For sure, Yamaha can easily slide a V-twin 1000cc engine out back. The driver's perch is begging for a tilt steering wheel, and at this price level, Yamaha needs to lose these cheap-looking, floppy tailgate latches. We're convinced the buyer loyalty and consumer confidence Yamaha's brand equity commands will drive sales of both the Viking and the Viking VI this year. Mechanically, the Viking is bulletproof and ridiculously reliable. The permanently engaged CVT tranny used on all Yamaha side-by-side vehicles has a legendary reputation for unending belt life and consistent performance. Simply put, that's the stuff which keeps buyers coming back to Yamaha. While it's true our pulses are not pounding at the introduction of the Viking VI, we believe its arrival signals Yamaha's commitment to cover a large segment of the side-by-side business in a short period of time. The question which you and we want answered is this: when will Yamaha's answer to the Polaris RZR land?
If you enjoyed this video, post a comment and let us know what you think. Then click this link to subscribe and that link for more great videos from TRAX TV.